Here are 100 commonly used idioms in TOEIC Test of English for International Communication. From 2015 to the present, each idiom is provided with its expression, a clear and definite meaning, and an example in sentences consisting of 4,050 words. Set 1 Business and work. Hit the nail on the head, meaning to describe something accurately. Example, during the meeting, Sarah hit the nail on the head when she explained that the delay was due to a lack of communication between departments. On the same page, meaning to have the same understanding or be in agreement. Example, before we start the project, I want to make sure that everyone is on the same page regarding our goals and deadlines. Back to square one, meaning to start over because the previous efforts failed. Example, the client rejected our proposal, so we're back to square one with no idea how to proceed. A blessing in disguise, meaning something that seems bad at first but turns out to be good later. Example, getting laid off was a blessing in disguise. It pushed me to start my own business, which is now doing well. The ball is in your court, meaning it's your turn to take action or make a decision. Example, I've given you all the information you need. Now, the ball is in your court to decide whether you want to proceed. Set 2 Time management. Beat the clock, meaning to finish something before the deadline. Example, we managed to beat the clock and submit the report just before the deadline. Burn the midnight oil, meaning to work late into the night. Example, to meet the tight deadline, we had to burn the midnight oil and finish the presentation by morning. Time flies, meaning time passes quickly. Example, I can't believe it's already September. Time flies when you're working on a challenging project. In the nick of time, meaning just in time at the last possible moment. Example, we finished the proposal in the nick of time, just minutes before the client's meeting. Make up for lost time, meaning to work quickly to compensate for time wasted or lost. Example, we fell behind on the project, but now we're working hard to make up for lost time. Set 3 Problem solving. Cut to the chase, meaning to get to the point or the main issue. Example, let's cut to the chase. We need to increase our sales numbers if we want to hit our targets for the quarter. Think outside the box, meaning to think creatively and unconventionally. Example, we need to think outside the box to come up with a unique marketing strategy that will set us apart from our competitors. Take the bull by the horns, meaning to face a difficult situation directly and confidently. Example, it's time to take the bull by the horns and deal with the customer complaints head on. Bite the bullet, meaning to face something unpleasant or difficult but necessary. Example, we've delayed the price increase long enough. It's time to bite the bullet and inform our customers. Put out fires, meaning to deal with urgent problems as they arise. Example, my day was spent putting out fires. Everything from server issues to upset clients needed immediate attention. Set 4 Financial situations. In the red, meaning to be in debt or operating at a loss. Example, after a slow quarter, the company found itself in the red, but they are working on new strategies to turn things around. In the black, meaning to be financially profitable. Example, after 2 years of struggle, the startup is finally in the black and making a profit. Cost an arm and a leg, meaning to be very expensive. Example, That new software might cost an arm and a leg, but it will save us time and money in the long run. Break the bank, meaning to spend more money than you can afford. Example, hiring a consultant doesn't have to break the bank. There are affordable options available. Penny pincher, meaning a person who is very careful about spending money. Example, John is a bit of a penny pincher, so he always looks for the cheapest option, even if it means sacrificing quality. Set 5 teamwork, pull your weight, meaning to do your fair share of the work. Example, everyone needs to pull their weight on this project, if we're going to meet the deadline. A well-oiled machine, meaning a group or system that operates efficiently and smoothly. Example, our team runs like a well-oiled machine, with each member contributing effectively to meet our goals. Too many cooks spoil the broth, meaning too many people working on something can ruin it. Example, we need to limit the number of people involved in the decision-making process. Too many cooks spoil the broth. Many hands make light work, meaning a task becomes easier when many people work on it together. Example, the project seemed overwhelming at first, but once everyone pitched in, it was clear that many hands make light work. A team player, meaning someone who works well as part of a team. Example, David is a true team player. He's always ready to collaborate and help others achieve the group's goals. Set 6 negotiation and communication. Drive a hard bargain, meaning to be tough in negotiating or making deals. Example, our client drives a hard bargain, but we were able to reach an agreement that works for both parties. Bend over backwards, meaning to make a great effort to help or please someone. Example, we bent over backwards to meet the client's demands, but they still weren't satisfied. Read between the lines, meaning to understand the hidden meaning or implication of something. Example, when the manager said we need to focus on efficiency, I read between the lines and realized layoffs might be coming. On the back burner, meaning to delay or postpone something. Example, we'll have to put the marketing campaign on the back burner until we've resolved the production issues. Get the ball rolling, meaning to start something, such as a project or process. Example, once we finalize the budget, we can get the ball rolling on the new product launch. These are 30 idioms covering important themes in business, communication, finance, and teamwork. Would you like me to continue with more idioms until we reach 100? Here are the remaining 70 idioms commonly used in TOEIC, covering various themes like business, finance, communication, and problem solving. Each idiom includes the expression, a clear and definite meaning, and an example in sentences consisting of 4,050 words. Set 7 decision-making. A tough call, meaning a difficult decision to make. Example, choosing between the 2 job offers was a tough call because both companies had great benefits and career growth opportunities. The jury is still out, meaning a decision has not been made yet. Example, the jury is still out on whether we should invest in this new software, as the team is divided on its potential benefits. Call the shots, meaning to make important decisions. Example, as the project manager, Sarah is the one who calls the shots, and everyone follows her lead. Weigh the pros and cons, meaning to consider the advantages and disadvantages before making a decision. Example, before signing the contract, we need to weigh the pros and cons of working with this new supplier. Leave no stone unturned, meaning to try every possible way to achieve something. Example, in our search for the perfect candidate, we'll leave no stone unturned to ensure we hire the best person for the job. Set 8 Communication. Get the message across, meaning to convey information effectively. Example, the presentation was clear, and the team got the message across about the urgency of meeting the project deadline. In a nutshell, meaning to summarize something briefly. Example, in a nutshell, the meeting was about improving customer satisfaction by streamlining our support services. At a loss for words, meaning unable to think of anything to say. Example, when I heard about the sudden resignation of the CEO, I was at a loss for words. Spread the word, meaning to tell others about something. Example, we need to spread the word about the upcoming product launch to ensure a strong turnout at the event. Off the top of my head, meaning without thinking too much, an immediate response. Example, off the top of my head, I'd say our current revenue is around $2 million. But I'll need to check the latest figures for accuracy. Set 9 Financial Matters. A penny saved is a penny earned, meaning saving money is as valuable as earning it. Example, if we can cut operational costs, we'll have more resources for marketing. A penny saved is a penny earned. Tighten one's belt, meaning to spend less money due to financial difficulties. Example, due to the recent economic downturn, the company has to tighten its belt and reduce unnecessary expenses. Foot the bill, meaning to pay for something. Example, the company will foot the bill for the team's travel expenses during the conference. Make ends meet, meaning to manage financially to survive on limited income. Example, many employees are struggling to make ends meet with rising living costs and stagnant wages. Live beyond one's means, meaning to spend more money than one can afford. Example, if you continue to live beyond your means, you'll accumulate debt that may be hard to pay off later. Set 10 Challenges and Difficulties. Throw in the towel, meaning to give up or admit defeat. Example, after months of trying to improve sales with no success, the team decided to throw in the towel and rethink their strategy. Weather the storm, meaning to survive a difficult situation. Example, the company had to weather the storm of economic recession, but with solid management, they made it through. Bite off more than you can chew, meaning to take on more work or responsibility than you can manage. Example, by agreeing to handle both projects at once, John has bitten off more than he can.